people have said some really good things about it without spoiling it, so I'm very keen. 1,000 moonlit miles. Oh my god.
Do you still remember the first time we came here? We even brought offerings and everything.
Yes,
And
we
when we told
did.
her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash LIYUE Harbor. Paimon thought she'd be impossible to get along with. But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all. We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that. Huh? Traveler, did something catch your eye?
I pulled a Chi-Chi. Wow, it's... I don't think we've ever seen her before.
Whoa, what a pretty lady.
Oh my
She
gosh.
here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Look at that sexy lady.
Look at her sexy back.
It seems like she could also be a powerful adeptus.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all
She
over
can
the
probably
country.
hear everything she says.
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
I don't think that works that way.
Who knew you were such a social butterfly, Paimon? I'll leave the introductions to you, because I don't really talk.
Helping you make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide.
Okay.
Paimon's got this.
Hi.
Paimon just loves to talk too much, that's all.
Hello.
Hello. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Just say everything in a nice, even tone.
Paimon doesn't think we've met, but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has this shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Yeah, 'cause you look different.
Cloud Retainer?
Huh? You're the illuminated bird? But you look human.
Oh, she's so rude.
Robin.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
So, you're indulging now because?
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at LIYUE Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
Oh, that's so sweet. She's visiting them on New
Keeping a low
Year's.
profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact, Paimon can think of several examples. Like last year, when you suddenly appeared on the top of a roof without any warning. Or...
It feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons, but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. I almost forgot. Paimon brought you some gifts.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most
It's like
commendable.
Paimon's secret stash of food.
Cloud Retainer tries but fails to look indifferent as Paimon. Oh.
Well, this is all Paimon's got. You don't mind, right?
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else. So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
Oh, that's like what I said about the red pockets, right? It doesn't matter how much or how little it has in there. It's just a gesture that counts.
Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said that she's going to visit some of her disciples.
Ah, right. So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again. However, one would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason in particular.
Yeah, we just found ourselves missing you and
Aw.
wanted to see how you were doing. We were
That's
hoping
sweet.
you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Paimon's just
That's
buttering
so.
her up.
If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for LIYUE Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
Sounds great! Then let's all go to LIYUE Harbor!
She's so buttering her up. Rude.
We're almost at Yue High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like
I think Gaia would be used to it.
We have
Like,
no
she's seen it
idea
before.
Shenhua and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
He's back here. She didn't come with us.
Does this mean I can cut wood and grass faster? Yes. Yes. When was the last time I played this game? 2006? Wow.
She didn't come with us.
Oh, she's right there.
Standing there, Cloud Retainer!
Why is
Quiet,
Paimon
Nina.
yelling?
One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
Oh? That's a bit sus.
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop everything to attend to one's visit.
Aww.
One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
But she's like right
One
there.
does
She
not
can
wish
see
to
you.
trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
She's like the mom that spies on the
Alright, then, we'll
kids
just pass on your
at work.
regards
Cloud Retainer?
See? I told you she can see her.
Oh no.
and... busted.
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu? She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a little bit? I believe my schedule today is quite full. Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Thank you,
That's so
Huixin.
sweet. She does drop everything just to like go see her mom.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been
She's
quite
so
some time
shy.
since I last saw you in this form.
You are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted
Oh
with
my
this
god, really?
Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal
What is
passerby.
she doing?
Seems she's not buying it.
Ganyu saw right through her.
That was but a simple test.
Oh sure. Why is she
One
like
did
so
not
uber
expect
shy
her to be
for?
able to recognize one so easily, especially after so many years of only seeing one's other form.
Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why won't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is?
But recognizing you is
Oh my god.
my responsibility as your disciple.
So sassy. Ganyu's growing up.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
Wait,
That's sweet.
Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Cloud Retainer's right! We've still got something super important to do, so
She has
we
nothing
can't
to
stay here
do.
for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work.
Oh my gosh, she missed her
conversation should
baby
suffice
so
for today.
much.
A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest.
Oh my gosh.
Though Adepti blood flows through your veins,
Such a mom.
excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, You oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Oh my goodness.
Stop!
She's like the parent that doesn't like to
You're
see her
running
kids
short on
growing
time
up.
regardless, so one will refrain from going into each and every story. Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
That's so cute.
You discussed some of your
Wow.
recent adventures
You've
with
been to so
Xianyun.
many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Yue High Pavilion. Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer. But if you plan to
Her
continue appearing
name!
in this form,
Now I can finally learn how
don't
to
you think
say
it'd be
it.
helpful to adopt a human name?
A human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
You really think so?
You're not that famous.
Not famous or anything, but that famous?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless,
Honestly, I was just thinking if she goes to
Ganyu's
Fontaine,
advice
no
cannot
one's
be
gonna know
ignored.
who she is.
From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Xianyun. Xianyun. Okay.
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion. An adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Xianyun.
Oh, that sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
Not
I
exactly.
wonder how strong she is. Yo, Mischief! Hello, hello! Walker, welcome! Yeah, I know, right? Look who's streaming. Totally not Yuni. Totally not you. Literally Asian parents, yeah, true. She's like, have you eaten yet? It's not like a hi, how are you? It's like, have you had dinner yet? But yeah, welcome to our Lunar New Year stream. This is the official start of 2024, the Year of the Dragon. And we're playing Genshin Impact. We're going back to our roots. I haven't played Genshin in so long.
Paimon looked away in embarrassment.
Oh, also, bless you with red pockets.
That's totally what Paimon had in mind.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her past accomplishments. The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
I wonder
It
who's
is said
stronger,
that
her
once,
or like
a
Zhongli.
long time ago, there was a severe drought in LIYUE. Left with no choice, many people left their homes, while others spent day and night praying to the Adepti. Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain and desperation during that time. On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not for Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of LIYUE would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
I thought Guoba helped
The
with
books
that.
have this
Or is
to
that
say about what happened.
is Guoba
Upon
after her
arrival,
then maybe?
the Adeptus borrowed the wind to retain the clouds. Immediately, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens.
Aw.
Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Wait, if people were there, then is this before or after Guoba? Because Guoba also helped. He sacrificed his body
Mortal
for like
records add embellishments
fertility
to
of the
dramatize
lands.
past events. One did merely what one ought, and even if one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so, you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book said? Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you. So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
That's a relief. In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
So Paimon will continue to
Well,
roast her.
that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job recently. Have you any thoughts on her workplace?
Oh my
what,
god,
pray
she is
tell,
like an
of her
Asian
monthly
parent.
remuneration?
How much is her salary?
Does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
Oh my goodness.
Is
What a
lot of
mom!
questions.
She's an actual mom.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally. Wanmin Restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers, and Shangling still off and out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Shangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Oh my god, she's such a mom.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin Restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
Yes.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Okay.
See you around, Ganyu!
Bye, Ganyu.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Huh?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract
Oh
from
my
the presence
goodness.
of a fine lady, huh?
She has admirers.
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
She'll
No.
beat the shit
I
out
think
of
you
both
should.
of them.
Wait, she's coming.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
She's so stern.
2 servings of more meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Good chat. Bye. Wait, they didn't even pay. They didn't get their food. They didn't pay. You just make an order and run away. What? Wow.
Welcome.
Wow.
It's been a while. May I take your order?
Is that what he's saying now? Hi, how are you? May I take your order?
Welcome to McDonald's.
Welcome to McDonald's. How can I take your order?
It's been a while, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
Your mother.
This is Miss Xianyun.
Xianyun.
Master?
Mommy.
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
She's so soft.
Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
Oh my goodness.
Got the great food, too!
Indeed.
She's
It's
such a
almost lunchtime.
mommy.
My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
I'm so shocked.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, are you here for Shenhe? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you know if things pick up.
That's so
Thank you,
sweet.
Chef Mao.
That's so cute.
Woohoo!
Mommy. Alright, let's sit and chat. Where are we sitting? Where is our seat? Is that at the back? Oh.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most
I
reasonable
never
and
realized there were
accommodating
tables
human.
behind the restaurant.
Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a
I
varied
always
group of
wondered where
people.
people would eat.
Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Just stare at them and be like, "What do you want?
You've been making progress.
What do you want to eat?
So
What's your order?"
dealing with them, you mean...
Beating them up.
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
I love that.
Oh,
Threaten them with violence.
How should Paimon put this?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Xiaoling's dad has a VA. That's so good, right?
Sounds reasonable enough.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Oh, just as expected.
She
of
misses
Master.
her babies. She wishes her babies would come visit her. She's probably angry that like it's New Year's and her kids are not even visiting her. That's why she's making the trip down to be like, "Hey, it's New Year's. Don't forget about me." She's so cute. She's so cute. She has her own way of dealing with customers.
It means, what she means to say is she actually misses the two of you a lot.
I have missed Master quite a bit too.
Aww.
Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef.
Oh my
Mao
god, she's also
about
like, "Are you guys
some
taking the time
soon
off
to
for New
visit
Year's
Master."
to come and eat dinner?"
You did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep
See,
one in
she's like, "Are they
suspense.
coming to visit me or
Whoa.
not?"
Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in LIYUE Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story
Ooh,
about
yes.
Master's past.
Oh?
She's like, "I'm gonna share mom's
Is that a problem,
story
Master?
before the mom
I
embarrasses
believe
the
this
kid."
to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a
Shenhe
problem.
knows how to
One
deal
was
with the
simply caught
master.
off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race.
And then she used the car.
Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It's a car.
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again?
She had a
Oh,
bicycle.
An electro-powered bicycle?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day. Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Oh my god, she's cheating.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final
no.
stretch.
She
Truly a
fell off
most
her bike.
unfortunate turn of events. Anyway,
She fell
do
off
go
her
on, Shenhe.
bicycle.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Aww.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights. 'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
She is lonely. An electric Ayo, what?
What is the
Yeah,
reason for
nerd.
that look upon your face?
respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth, and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
Wow,
I'm
she's
just
so
a little bit
sassy.
confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
Huh?
To me, they are both master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Oh.
One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time.
That's
One
such.
would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
Okay, no joke. This is such an Asian thing. Like an Asian parent thing where it's like, oh, you praise me with such sweet words, but you never come to visit me. it's like, oh, you say you miss me, but you no show up at the house. It feels like, okay, this story just feels like, it's like, you know, the kids that go out, you know, maybe you're like working full time now, you have your own family, and then your mom and dad or your grandparents are just sitting at home and be like, huh, my kids say they miss me, but they don't ever come visit me. that's what this one's doing. Xianyun is doing. She's just like, you say you miss me, you say I'm so good and amazing, you don't even come see me. You don't even come see me. Aww. It's really heartwarming. It's really cute. Like, it's really, really cute how she goes. It's like, fine, if you don't want to come see me, I'll come visit you then. At your work. She's literally visiting her 2 kids whilst they're working. Like, aw, I really like her. She's cute. Her character is really, really, like, very complicated. Because obviously she's an adapters and she's like, you know, the blink of an eye and a human generation is, like, gone. But she really treasures those 2. She really, really does.
This is not to say that your words paint an
Ooh.
inaccurate picture. One has always lived
I'm not
by a
saying you're
single
lying,
ideal.
but...
Eschew all action and abide by no rule.
Oh,
One
goodness.
does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She's like, I'm not mad.
2
I'm
sentences of flattery
disappointed.
and disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Oh my god.
Do you have any empty tables?
I'm just disappointed. Literal emotional damage.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
Oh no, it's gonna get busy. Uh-oh.
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
As more and more guests begin to trickle in, Paimon takes the opportunity to order a whole array of delicious dishes.
So much yummy food!
Oh.
Paimon's gonna feast!
Ooh, that looks good. That one is like the prawn dumplings. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is like fried veggies that mom makes. They look like bamboo shoots. Oh, they look nice.
Can you eat this kind of food, Cloud Retainer? Is the food to your taste, Cloud Retainer?
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration. One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Supreme cuisine machines.
A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Uh-oh.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
Granny.
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here?
It doesn't sound like
My
a
poor
grandma.
legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Okay. You have 2 tables in your restaurant. 2 tables. Get more tables, dude.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so... well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
What about the other table? The other table's more emptier than ours.
I don't mind either, as long as you don't mind our chatter.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Yandai.
Granny?
She doesn't look granny. She
Yep. Is there something wrong with
looks
that?
so young.
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks.
Wait, is she an
Actually much
adaptus?
older than she appears.
She's an adaptus. Oh, she has like adaptus energy.
Granny?
Forever young.
Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
Yup.
No.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
She
What would you like to
knows
eat, Granny?
her.
I can order for you.
Oh,
I want
she is so cute.
braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
What?
No, not this again.
Braised
There's no braised
earthworms?
earthworms on the menu.
Ew.
Earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
I'm probably the adapters would. I'm probably sure Cloud Retainer would, because that's food for birds.
Can't hurt to ask.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too.
Oh my god, she's a bird.
Need any help?
She's a bird.
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer.
Oh, she has
Granny
dementia?
pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time.
Oh, that's
She's
sad.
always saying things that sound kind of confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Oh, what about your parents?
They died young. It's just me and Granny now.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too.
Aw.
Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Oh my god, that's so true. She's
You're
really tough.
tough for your age, kid.
You just gotta make the
You're
best
too
of the
kind.
life that you've got.
And me? Oh,
What about me?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where
I would be
everything was
free?
dark. Someone was standing in front
What's
of me.
that?
She told me to come
Is she
and
like under a
find her,
spell, maybe?
and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it.
She probably
But
only
I'm in a
remembered
good
because she
mood
found
now,
her.
and
She found the
somehow
cloud
I
container.
remembered it again.
Yo, Beasting, Happy New Year's!
No, I
The
believe
grandma
I've
looked
had
like
this
a
dream
normal
great
woman.
many times.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring
Oh
dream
crap, I
where
just
someone's
skipped that
talking
dialogue.
to you?
No!
That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're
You're
possessed?
possessed. Oh, so I'll be right back. I got bitten on my foot by a mosquito and it's really itchy. So I'm just gonna put some cream on it because I'm like scratching it. It's like so itchy. So I'm gonna like put some cream on it and put like a band-aid so I'll stop scratching. I'll be right back. I will be RB, guys.
Wait, so you have a recurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean
you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level.
No
One sees signs of
possession.
possession.
Oh my
Are you
goodness.
sure?
As if she's seen a gazillion possessions.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
No, sure.
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert.
An expert in
that
everything.
Do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Probably
Not
like a bird.
anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now, my younger self.
A younger version of Granny?
Aw.
This is just getting weirder and weirder.
She hasn't. They haven't ordered any food. They're just sitting down.
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave the situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
And I am Anata no Papa. I'm your daddy. I am Anata no Papa.
Just Xianyun is fine.
Xianyun. I'm gonna have to
Thank you
remember
all
that.
so much for offering to help.
Xianyun.
But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Huh?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
You mean for the food? We're just curious about your situation and want to help if we can.
Actually, we're just really nosy. We're bored and we're nosy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Xianyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? All we have to go off is that dream. Where do we start?
To the land of dreams.
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went
I
to
don't
when
think
you
she
were young?
would. I don't think she'll have
Why,
memory.
of course
Really?
I do. The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain stream.
Isn't that like everywhere?
Okay, take it as a no.
The place that I was at, I was on Earth and there were skies above me.
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
That's probably the drought disaster, so she would have met Xianyun.
If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
Aww. They've definitely met and they've worked together, I bet.
Oh, Shinjo knows tons about LIYUE's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Yeah.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Order some food, Granny.
She's so
If there's nothing on
cute.
the menu you especially
I'm
want, I'll just
hungry.
get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Streetward Rambler?
Madam Ping.
Madam Ping!
Why is her nickname so bad? It's
Precisely.
because she rambles
Let
a
us meet
lot.
at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Okay. Hello, my bestie.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
Shinjo! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you
Shinjo.
about something.
You explained the situation to Shinjo.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
That's fine. Anything is helpful and appreciated.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
Ooh.
That's right.
What's this?
The novels often speak of a
It
great
is the drought. Oh my
conflicting years
god.
ago.
It is with
As
her.
the
They
people
work
suffered,
together.
A
They were
nameless heroine
besties.
appeared
Totally
and began to
besties.
clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name.
Her name's
All they
Granny.
knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength.
Then
After
what
the drought ended,
happened?
the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shinjo. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading.
He's like
in
the library. He's Google.
But it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless
Wangshu
heroine
Inn?
always appeared near
Ooh.
one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Xianyun Peak.
Why does it sound like
Perhaps the
Xiao's
real-life
places?
heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Xingqiu is like, he's like the Google search of LIYUE. Did you get Xingqiu's new skin? No, that's a free one, right? I should be able to get it if I do the events, yeah? Because if so, then yes. But if it's paid, then no.
Thanks so much, Xingqiu.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for
Yuendai
the
sounds so
character,
weird.
she
Is that
might
a
just be able to
Yuendai?
help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one
She
ever
became
saw or
extremely
heard
ill.
the
Maybe she
nameless
did.
heroine
It's like the
again.
erosion
There are
from like
even
the ley
rumors that
lines,
she became
maybe.
extremely ill.
But can
I've
people
never
get
understood
affected
why
by the ley
someone would
lines
go
too?
to such
Yeah.
lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something.
Oh no.
There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
Oh my god, what if she's a baddie?
That's a deal.
What if she ends up being
Perhaps
like,
behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
what if she ends up being like a villainous character? Oh
Xingqiu,
no.
a drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought
Yeah.
in this story too!
Super common?
Xingqiu,
No,
are
it's
droughts
probably the
super
one
common
drought.
in LIYUE or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals.
I think it's the same one from like
So while
the Cloud
droughts do
Retainer.
happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now.
No.
We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again.
Kitty.
Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
What if it's
no
not her
problem at
though? I
all.
think maybe it's just the
Safe
Cloud
travels.
Retainer.
I've recorded the tune that you requested.
Ooh.
I hope it will be of help to you.
That's so pretty. That's jade, isn't it?
Thank you.
Is it like a New Year's song?
Straight word, but Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong.
She's so
Nevertheless,
extravagant.
one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh?
Oh.
What is
Why
it?
so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous.
Me too.
What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such.
Oh, she's so ooey.
Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor?
Oh, she wants to
Not
live
unlike the one
there.
that you yourself lead.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean
She's
that-
gonna come and live amongst the humans. Oh my gosh, she's asking how much rent.
Nothing save for some trivial matters.
She's asking how much rent. Oh my
Have
god.
you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young
Aw.
lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
Chuyu's so
Chuyu?
cute.
Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
Trash!
According to the story,
I'm just gonna
Nameless
pause
Heroine
this.
eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe
That's my
my
grandpa.
grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I
Oh,
found a
is the
box in our
grandpa
attic
not
full of
there
a bunch
anymore?
of weird sigils.
Seems like the stories were on the right track. We should probably pay a visit to the 3 palaces mentioned in the books.
I mean
think so
places.
too.
Oh my god, English.
Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
Oh
What
no.
marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this.
Osmanthus wine
It's
tastes the
as if I was
same.
taking a stroll
Ooh.
in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Ooh, her
Is
headpiece
that
is
so?
pretty.
Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
That's literally what this story is trying to make us do. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take time to appreciate pleasant conversation amongst friends. This is so like wholesome and heartwarming.
Thank you.
Let's rest for a little while then.
Okay, since
Okay.
we have the time, can I ask you something?
Okay.
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
Okay.
I have a secret I want to tell you.
She's
Let's
not
talk
the
over there.
grandchild. She's a random kid from the streets. Oh, what kind of secret is this?
What's wrong, Chuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant.
Oh, okay. How does she know?
Are you guys all adepti in disguise?
How does she know?
About
She's
that.
so smart. She's a very smart girl.
Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus,
Oh yeah, she did say. she kind of she exposed herself.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Chuyu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
She's so mean. She's so mean. This is just a child.
I knew it.
Oh, you don't sound surprised at all.
Well, one time when I was a little kid,
Oh, it's
I
this
saw a
one.
pure white illuminated crane. I had
It's
this
her.
super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
Oh,
I really
that's
wanted to thank her,
sweet.
but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
Question: Does like Does Cloud Retainer, is she just going around adopting kids? She's just like the mother of all LIYUE's children. She just goes and mothers every kid that she can find. Oh, that's so sweet of her.
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Unless it's her granny.
Never has one met an Adeptus with such
Maybe it's the
features.
granny.
One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Xianyun first.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
Xianyun.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Probably not.
Yes.
Really?
The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, yes. I
Her
spent
room had a
lot of
window.
time
Only
looking
hers
out that
did.
window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
All the things that she remembers is so vague.
To the window, to the
I'm
wall.
still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh?
Shao?
Shao! It's like
I
a ghost.
sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look.
Oh, he means Cloud Retainer. You maxed out Xianyun, congrats. Wait, C6R5? Well.
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
They match. The color schemes match.
That's so pretty. You've met her in this form before?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Ooh.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
We're just gonna be hearing
Wait,
stories.
Paimon, take a guess. Was it anything like this?
The glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism.
God, she's
Hands
so
up and
rude.
surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
She's so rude.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Wow.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics.
Ooh.
The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
Oh.
The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
True.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is
That's
hardly
true,
the
because
most
she can
fitting of
fly in the
choices.
bird form, and she eats
After
worms,
the war,
so...
Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human
30 odd years?
I believe it was for the purpose of...
Oh?
One believes there is little need to relive bygone
Wait, is
matters.
she? Oh, hang on, this
Granny,
one.
are you okay?
Maybe she was the nameless heroine.
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now.
Okay.
Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer,
We should have really called his name in Fontaine.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Let's go. Do we get like a cool
Slowly now,
cutscene?
calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it.
Aww.
I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why.
Aww.
One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul
So
revitalizing
sus.
tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Adepti blood? That's weird. She drank blood. What a vampire.
So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember
Paimon doesn't
anything
have
else?
a brain. What?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, don't say you're useless.
If only I
You're a
wasn't so
granny.
useless.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next?
Okay.
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Okay.
Remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Jolie's pillow.
Let me think. I feel
Wow,
like
we made
I've
it to the
been here
cutscene.
before.
No way.
I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
How do you just rest at someone's house
That's okay.
briefly?
There's still plenty of other places we can check.
Wait a second.
Oh.
If I remember correctly,
Sweet snacks?
I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Ooh, it's another place that looks exactly the same as the other place.
Paimon sees an
Oh,
abandoned house.
goodness.
Why don't we take a break over there?
This place... It's...
The same as the other place. It looks the same. So much different. Baby boy, we give it 1 or 2 raw meat. I think it gives 1. Don't ask me how I know.
Xianyun
This is where your father was born.
is where your father was born.
Ew.
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, So your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit.
Oh my god, that's
I had
creepy.
exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
Oh my gosh.
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath.
What is her
But
oath?
spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
Is that why her like
don't know.
kid died young?
I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out.
What about going into
Eventually,
labor?
the house was filled
And then
with
she
the
woke
sound
up
of
and
my
the kid was right behind,
baby's
like next to her.
cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shuyu. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much.
That's so
But
sweet.
you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Xianyun Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow,
Oh, that
but
was far.
I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
Aw.
Such lightness of weight.
Just gonna piggyback her.
Those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything.
Wow, that is really dark.
My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Will you to you, Granny, one day?
Oh, may you also be blessed. Hiya. Hiya. Does that look like the mountains that you remember?
Strange. Have I lived here before?
Probably have.
Take it easy. Take your time.
When we were at Wangshu Inn and
Oh
the
great, now I
abandoned
have like two
house
dangly
earlier,
things making
though
noises
I
in my
couldn't
ears.
remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places.
Would she have like
But
daydreamed
here,
about these places?
I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the
Oh.
past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
Did the stories get it wrong?
Maybe that's the spot she forgot. Like that's the spot her memory was deleted. I have a lantern in my hair. Your argument is invalid. Huh?
We can't expect them to get everything right.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory.
I think this is
just like
probably the
others.
spot she like forgot her
I'm
stuff.
sorry
Maybe.
to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
If I don't move my head,
Thank you.
this thing
If
doesn't
only
jingle,
I could remember.
and I can listen to the story properly. I'm just like really still.
Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
It's a mountain. That's just a mountain.
Isn't that Mount Outsang? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do
Something's
something that makes you
happening.
Mount Outsong,
What am I? Oh, what is she?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
Oh, she's an evil
It does,
beast.
but I can't go back.
Why?
Are you feeling unwell?
Why is she so scared?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, what is wrong with her?
Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I want to see. Why is she so scared of that place?
You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me.
Oh wait, she's not joining?
I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
I never leave anything to chance.
Oh?
All will reveal itself when we arrive.
Why is the granny so scared of this place?
Already, what's this thing you've prepared?
It's that
Here,
statue.
this is it.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely.
Does she
A
know that
recent
all
one
this
at
was gonna
that.
happen
I am
beforehand?
most
And so she
pleased
like
with the
prepared it
result.
already?
I call it the suspensus somnium mechanism. It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state. Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also
Why
aid
does
in
she
the
have
recovery
this?
of lost
Who
memories.
else has like lost memories?
Oh, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now? We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
Wow.
How preposterous. Had you and I not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon.
Oh,
We
okay.
Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had
So
she
she
lacked
knew this
such
was all gonna
determination and
happen. This was
strength
the
of
important
character,
thing.
one would have little to offer in way of
That's weird.
assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is
Oh, this
required
is
to
what
take
she
full
was
advantage of the
there for
mechanism.
from Madam Ping.
One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler.
Ah.
Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass.
She's gonna go into a food
after
coma.
a super satisfying meal.
And you and I, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
Oh my god, she's gonna change
It
into a
appears
different
she has
form.
already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
I want to do like a prediction, but like, will she transform?
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
Aww, is that her husband though? Why is she gonna cry? Oh,
It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Aw, that's sweet.
Please. Please, no.
No, why? You don't want these memories?
Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind.
What?
One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong.
Hmm?
You should
She
have
is a
never left.
bird! Oh my god,
The me
see?
of the past,
Earthworms and stuff.
The me from not that long ago. We should have never.
She was a bird. That medicine probably kept her human form.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar. Granny!
Baked earthworms. My brain cells.
Are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
They know each other.
Your memories have returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything.
Oh my god. Xianyun was probably orphaned, and so Yundai took care of Xianyun. That's so sad. They're not related. That's not her granny. That's actually really sad. Alright, you guys are ready for some emotional damage? I'm not.
Granny, please don't cry.
Oh
no. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that
That's
I
why
had
she didn't want to
forgotten
come up here. She doesn't want to remember
the
she's a
truth
burp.
of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
Really? She
No,
knows her story?
It's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on.
Okay.
Xianyun, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
We're all
Please,
ears.
Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master.
This was Cloud Retainer's
Whenever
first
she
baby.
took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
During the drought that struck LIYUE?
Is she an adaptai? No. So, like, I feel like with the Hoyoverse stories, very similar to, like, the Chinese mystical stories, where it's something like Sing Ting, which means, like, if an animal or a being, like a tree, lives long enough, it gains its own, like, consciousness, its own soul, and then, like, slowly but surely, it kind of, like, ascends. And so she was probably in the process of, like, ascending to the adaptus, or, like, you know, a more immortal being, but she stopped.
That's
She was, like,
right.
leveling. Almost
Master
level
revealed
100.
many stories of her
But
past
she no
deeds.
reached there yet.
From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel
She
the
wanted to
lands
grow
like
up to
she
be like
had,
mommy.
relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires,
It was her blood.
Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me. She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
She loved her human self too much. But you never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Yippers. She fell in
Indeed,
love.
I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
It's the master! Dun dun dun.
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus? No, it couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not?
Aww, it
Consider
was
the
her
pills a
wedding
symbol of
gift.
one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock.
That's so cute.
One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. one always recognizes one's own.
One's own?
What form
Is there a baby?
Wait. I'm confused.
Legit mommy? That's so sweet.
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
She's such a sweet burb.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Such
But
a
soon,
parent.
one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been. Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the
She
appropriate
looks
type.
so sus like that.
Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wang Shu Inn.
Wow.
As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition. One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
I love her. She's so much fun. He a failure, but he look after you, so it's okay.
Those monsters
She was
would
ill and
hardly
pregnant. What
have
about the
pursued you
dude?
with such veracity.
What about the husband,
Without
though?
sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn,
She just
one
waited
heard an infant's
outside.
cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy. To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Oh my god, she's so precious.
Just as Yuendai troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment. However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back.
Aww.
When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true adeptus because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe.
Oh my gosh,
One
that's a
had
hide
no
her colors.
choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
Oh my
It
goodness.
bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
Can you just envision her in a crane form just like powdering her pits? Powdering everywhere just to look pure white? Because some random kid was like, you're not a
Now
god.
all
Gods
has
are
been
all
revealed.
white in color. God.
One owes you an apology, Yuendai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to LIYUE Harbor.
That's sweet.
Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return. 'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing.
You can always return home.
Nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You and I. One
Best
expects
mom
you too
ever.
have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
Oh my god, she's gonna lose her grandma.
Regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way? What about Xianyun? She lost her mom and dad, and now her grandma is turning into a bird. That's really sad. Is there no other way?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know
bad for the
how I could possibly
grandchild.
repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for.
Maybe she has like 20 years.
How
Maybe
much
she has like
time
20
do I
years.
have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny? Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left.
That's so sad.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise
so
Granny you'll
sad.
take good care of yourself.
How
when
is
I'm
she
gone.
take care of herself? She's like 8 years old.
Promise
Oh
me.
my gosh.
I'll do whatever you say.
This is probably the most like
Good
selfish
girl,
thing
good
ever.
girl. Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night.
But like, isn't this girl also a crane then? She's like a half crane, maybe? Quarter crane?
To rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
Oh my god, that's like the siblings.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long
How
it
is
takes.
she gonna like be by herself?
I'll wait for you to come back.
She has no
That's a
family.
good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets.
Oh, why would you do that to her? Oh,
I'm so
poor
sorry,
thing.
Master. Thank you for everything.
Mhm. Grandma's a bird. Oh no.
Xianyun.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery. Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must.
Remember
One will
how
wake you in due time.
Remember how she was asking like Madam Ping how much does it cost to like stay, you know, to live in LIYUE? Is she gonna stay and live with Shu maybe? Maybe she's gonna live with Yu to take care of her until the granny is okay. She's hopefully gonna just take care of her. That would be really nice. Shu has an auntie Shenhe and Ganyu. Oh, true. Would they be able to take care of her though? They're like still little babies themselves. Poor kid sleeping on the ground. So bright! My eyes! Aw, look at that. It's your granny! Wait, what? This is a dream, yeah, this is a dream. That's a dream, yeah. It's a dream. It's a dream. The dream yet to be dreamt. The dream! Oh no!
I always believed we would see each other again.
Voice
That
acting!
our days of separation would finally end. And all my troubles would be behind me.
I love how Paimon's not there. I love how Paimon's just not there at all. In her dream world, there's no Paimon.
Could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You
Don't
weren't
wait
ready
to hear her
wake up.
talk. a Disney princess.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it.
Best mom
Of course,
ever.
whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Best mom
After
ever.
all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Oh my gosh, she's so precious. Drumsticks.
Chicken drumsticks.
Yum, 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 yum.
Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh. Oh, Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Xianyun, you're awake. How do you feel? I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something?
Do you want to be a disciple?
Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal.
Yeah,
The fact
she's
that
not a mere
Yuendi's
mortal.
blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
She's so smart. She's such a smarty girl.
Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's two other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass.
It's like they're both weird. Do you want to be weird
If you
too?
join them, you'll never enjoy One-Min Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
Oh my god.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to LIYUE Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Oh my goodness.
You're leaving Mount Outsong?
Oh my gosh. She had this plan from the beginning. She had everything planned. She was going to take Xianyun in as a disciple whenever she's ready. So it's like, that's crazy.
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace.
Sure.
Yet
She
in
does
the
all
end,
these
all
things
of one's
without
disciples ended up in LIYUE Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe,
without wanting
you and
any
I,
acknowledgement
they all
for
chose
it.
a life
She's
among the
amazing.
mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of LIYUE Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive.
Hmm.
Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in LIYUE Harbor sometime?
Yuppers.
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one
She'll
finds
have
oneself
nothing to do.
otherwise unoccupied,
Isn't Shenhe the first
one
human
would not be
disciple?
opposed to the
She
idea.
is, but I think Xianyun's gonna be the one that's announced.
One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in LIYUE Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in LIYUE Harbor.
Oh, she's gonna be so rich.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
That's true. That's so true. That's a fact.
Seems like you've really thought of everything.
She's gonna be so wealthy. She's gonna be wealthier than Ningguang.
How about we meet up in LIYUE Harbor in 2 days?
Okay.
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir? Anytime you should feel ill at ease in the future, you may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer! Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out?
Wait
Should we
until
make a
2
trip to the
days
Phoenix
later.
Commons Guild? It's totally up to you.
We meet again, dear
Hey.
friends. How did everything go?
Great!
Gucci. Just blocking my view.
Ah, I see. So the stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus. At least she was able to recover what she had lost. Although I cannot claim to know exactly how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself.
Oh, that's
It's
good.
not my
I
story
thought he was
to
gonna write a
tell,
book
after
about
all.
it or something. That's kind of him.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables.
Oh?
Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern.
Oh no.
In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life.
She is rich.
I have to be careful.
Absolutely rich.
Never be too
She should sell it to Ningguang instead.
Miss Xianyun, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred
That sounds so
years?
fake.
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see, passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Yep, they've definitely
Yep.
been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an
Why is she
honor
selling
to even
so
have the
much?
opportunity to behold them with your own eyes. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Take it to Zhongli.
Whoa, please don't go.
Zhongli will
apologize for
take
any
it to.
insult.
Zhongli will pay
You
with
see,
child's
I know
money.
full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items.
If you could wait but a
Oh my
moment,
god, he is
I've
bringing
hired an
Zhongli.
expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
An expert, you say?
Oh my goodness.
I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company,
Wait,
in
you
the
live
future,
there? It's so
this is
tiny
where you
though.
can find me.
I thought she found like a big piece of land.
It's you two again.
Oh, she's so cute! Look at her new outfit!
It's great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
It's so pretty.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
She made it matching to her for once.
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
She made the clothes
Master, I
for the
brought in
other
most
two
of my
as well.
stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
That's so sweet.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
Best mom ever.
Now, this expert you mentioned. When can we expect their arrival?
Soon. Ah, there he
Oh,
is.
Samantha's wine tastes the same as he remembers.
Here, allow me to
But
make
where are
some-
those who share the
This
memories?
is Mr. Xianyun, a well-respected
I
consultant
knew
at
it.
Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques.
He probably be like, oh, that's
Mr.
mine, and that's
Zhongli,
mine, and
this
that's
is
mine.
Miss Xianyun. She's the one who's looking
Oh,
to
that's
sell
so
the collection
awkward.
of valuables I mentioned earlier.
They're like, oh, so awkward. They're both role playing.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun.
Oh my god.
It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
Ah, the friends who share the memory.
Most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you.
awkward.
I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Yep, you're gonna get
Indeed.
scammed.
How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and
They're
eye for
just
detail.
like
I can
boosting
say
each
without a
other's
doubt
egos.
that You are foremost in that regard.
Oh
Why,
goodness.
you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Oh, you two get a room. Oh my
Not at all.
goodness. It's sweet though, but this poor dude is just like,
While I
huh?
am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial
Yeah.
relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me?
Yeah, you're
I mean,
you're
you
getting
never know.
scammed, my dude. You're getting double
Preposterous
scammed.
accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that
This
proves to be
actually
beyond your
just seems like such a
capabilities
big
in
scam.
this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait!
Oh my god. Like it's like a grandpa and a grandma, just like
deeply apologize
seeing each
for
other
doubting you.
and just
So,
thinking about the good
Mr. Zhongli,
days.
could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
Way too
There
much.
is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables.
I don't
This
think he can
mechanism,
afford
for instance,
everything.
Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this
Sounds like such a scam.
All right. Since I hired you as my
You should
consultant,
buy
Mr. Zhongli,
everything,
I shall,
okay?
Of course, trust your good opinion.
Clear out this
In
warehouse.
that case,
Buy
Miss Xianyun, I'll take the
everything.
lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
The poor dude's getting scammed. They can have some osmosis swine and share some memories. Oh my gosh.
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
My days
This
have been
is
quite
his
pleasant as
part-time
well.
job, by the way.
I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services.
This is
As
how
for
he
you, Miss
affords
Xianyun,
like all his spences.
I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
Oh,
I
that is
must
such a
say,
cute house,
The
actually.
name Xianyun sounds exceedingly
Xianyun.
strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
Dun,
One
dun,
has
dun.
indeed. One's previous days were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Yeah. Everyone will be using like the Apple goggles.
Sentimental on us.
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we
Ooh,
try
let's
some
go.
specialty dishes
Let's go
together?
eat.
One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Hmm? Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
Hmm?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot.
Oh my god.
One has
Just gonna have a
already passed
feast.
word to Shenhe Ganyu to make a reservation. It is
Aw.
prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Yuppers. Free food. Let's go.
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Cloud Retainer. Thanks for shouting.
You, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
She probably would know him already, no?
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right?
Let's go. Are we missing someone?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Xianyun is like, she just loves kids. I feel like she really loves kids. That was so beautiful. Aww, that was really nice. I feel like she just really loves kids because they're so inquisitive and so just like not afraid to speak their minds, and it just gives her life. I feel like kids gives her life, and that's why she's probably just gonna like mother every child in LIYUE. Thank you guys so much for joining again. I hope you guys had fun. Bye bye. Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Love the setup. My dress is on fleek. Thank you. Please have a happy Lunar New Year's. Have a happy 2024, and may y'all get blessed with some red pockets here. I bless you. I bless you.